We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Here we go, here we go. 180! Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Here we go.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike 49. It's a play. Zoo. It's a play now. Check three.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Cooper's got it. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Garoppolo now. And the pressure gets to him again. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
White.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
50 seconds to Mike. Check pass. Hey, check 24. Go, guys, 4 down. Save. Hatchet. Hey,
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for it.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
21. Big, man.
On 1st down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 18 yards, 1st down, Niners.
Here we go. 20. 65. 11. Hey, Charlie. 49.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. He's going to take a shot for the... And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, since we don't have a rooting interest in this one, neither one of us wanted to see this one get out of hand too early. Here we are in the first quarter. That was an important response for them to score already down 21.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
What we got?
Friday.
Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So offside's the call, and they understandably declined it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 25 yards that time.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 6 yards.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Carson. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see today. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice gain of 21 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard there on the keep. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Geno Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
1
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former fifth-round pick. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the 49ers made some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check 43. Check 3. Check off.
Now it's the backup Smith being chased out left. Got Gordon open, completes it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Myers' kick is good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Smith. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Smith on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film stuff. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Able to get this to Gordon. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Or maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.